And I wasn't passing judgment on that. Let's not confuse the two things.
The way you delivered it.
Here we go, the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Something we didn't talk about on the show this morning was, well, we're all in different locations. I'm in Santa Fe. Danielle's in her basement.
Hello.
Gandhi's in Columbus, Georgia?
Ohio. Mm-hmm.
Ohio. Everyone else is in the studio. There's Scotty B, and there's Nate and Scotty. And
Yes.
Today, Garrett's hair is not in the air. It looks good. It's
no product.
different look.
Productless.
Oh, I can't do that.
What?
If I could do no product, my hair is almost all gray. It's crazy.
Why, the product makes it different color?
Yes, it like mushes it all together so it appears much more brown.
Please do Please do it tomorrow.
You know what? I'll wear a hat tomorrow, so I'll have nothing in it. You'll
I
see.
got that same effect
good.
going on.
Can't wait to see it. It's going to be exciting.
Your hair does look a lot darker today for some reason. Maybe it's just the screen, but I was going to ask you if you dyed it.
No, I would never do that.
Why?
Nope.
Okay.
Gandhi, so tell everyone why you're in Columbus.
Oh, because I wanted to come see my sister, and I know we've sort of talked about this, but that song that I'm going to do with an unidentified band from the 90s, we're going to re-record it, and I'm lead vocals. I am going to record it while I'm here because they're not far from here, so they've rented out a studio tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm going to go do that.
Is someone going to video that while you're doing it? Because I want to see it.
I mean, I could, yeah. I don't know if they've planned on that, maybe.
Okay,
Sure.
well, if possible.
We'll make it
I'm
happen.
so
I'll make it
excited.
happen.
Are we going to make it a hit?
Yes, I'm going to be a superstar. Go on tour with my one song.
You'll
That's
be like
someone
the Taylor
else's
Swift.
song.
You're the Taylor Swift of our show.
Yes, that is me.
And so, Danielle, why are you in your basement today?
Because you guys are out of the studio this week. So I was like, you know what? I can get a lot done this week from here because it saves me time right after the show, run around and do some errands and do a bunch of stuff I need to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, so why was Scary giving you hell?
I wasn't giving her hell. I was stating the obvious. Like, she says she has some things to do this week. She says, I got this, this, and this. So she said, I may come in a couple of days, but I said, let's call it what it is. You're not coming in, and you have less incentive.
First of all, I
to come
never said a couple of days. I said one day.
There you go.
Right. So I just figured, she probably won't show up at all this week, and I wasn't passing judgment on that. Let's not confuse the two things.
The way you delivered it, you're full of crap. The way you delivered it.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Garrett.
The way you delivered
it. You said, let's call it what it is, which is, to me,
But let's just be honest about what's going on. So but I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
That's implying she's being dishonest.
Right.
Well,
that is shitbaggery at its finest.
That's why I called you every nasty name.
Yeah, why are you
under the
calling
sun.
me a shitbag?
Well, you are a shitbag.
No, we didn't call you shitbag. We're saying you're shitbagging.
Yeah.
Yes, you're practicing shitbaggery.
Well,
yes.
Okay. So Danielle, were you going to come in?
I was planning on coming in one day, but now I'm not.
Yeah, Danielle.
One day?
Okay, let's call this what it is. She never was planning on coming in.
No. I totally was planning on coming in one day this week. I think it was going to be Thursday, but I've decided now, fuck that shit.
Make sure we get artichoke pizza every day now.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
I may be in Friday. There's a slight chance. Let's call it what it is. There's a slight chance.
I'm not offended by it. If I was in that situation, I would take full advantage as well.
No, we're just talking about how you addressed it. That's all we're saying.
Oh, okay.
You were shitbagging.
Okay.
Santa Fe, by the way, is beautiful, as you can tell.
Yeah, what are you doing there? Are you able to talk about what you're doing there?
Yeah, well, I'm just here. I mean, we have Alex and I have a house here, and we haven't been here in a long time, so I needed to come out and make sure it's still standing.
You had to go out and flush the toilets?
Yeah, I've got to go flush the toilets and water the plants. You know.
Elvis, how are the Jonas Brothers in your house?
I'm sorry?
How are the Jonas Brothers, your fish?
Oh, well, one of the Jonas Brothers died. Oh, yeah. So I have a koi pond by the front door. I forgot. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? No, yes. I have a koi pond up front when I bought the house, 3 koi already included, and they were huge. One of them eaten by a raccoon. So,
we know which one?
Well, they're all, they look alike.
I thought you said it was Joe. I thought you said Joe got murdered.
Well, if we had to play Do, Marry, or Kill, the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. But they had offspring, so now one of the smaller fish is bigger now, so it's weird. I don't know. The Jonas Brothers were breeding with each other in my pond.
And you have a bonus Jonas now. Now you have a bonus Jonas.
Yeah, now we have a bonus Jonas. I mean, no, we're fine. Yeah. But thanks for asking. I totally forgot I have fish named Jonas Brothers in my front yard. Any other questions? Anyone?
Can we talk about what we were discussing earlier? Because Nate said he saw a bald eagle.
Yeah.
And it was eating a raccoon.
Yeah,
they do that.
I saw our nation's symbol on the side of the road eating a putrid raccoon. It was beautiful to see. I mean, I've got I sent you guys the picture, but it's not exactly what you expect to see the bald eagle doing. I expected you to see it soaring majestically. Nope, it's just eating some roadkill.
Carrying the American flag behind it as it flies.
Yeah, I don't know much about birds, but are they all from the vulture family? Is the eagle
No, it's a
considered
raptor. It's a bird of prey. So
okay.
I mean, and it will eat carrion, as it's called, dead animals. But just kind of disappointing to see. You want to see it, maybe.
Well, what do you think it eats?
Well, they fish a lot. Like there's water, and they go and dive and get fish. But yeah, it's just eating a stanky raccoon that's been on the side of the road for like 3 weeks.
It really describes the state of our nation, doesn't it not?
America.
It really kind of does.
So before you knew us, Nate, we used to have studios on the top floor of a skyscraper over in Jersey City. And I had a window in my office looking right at the city. It was a beautiful view. But they had these protected birds perching up there with their prey, and they would eat it right in front of me. I mean, these birds would just rip the shit out of some squirrel from the park 40 stories below, and it would just rip it up, and things were flying. Like there were guts flying on the window. I was like, wow! Don't you remember coming across the hall and seeing that, Danielle? It was disgusting.
Yes, disgusting.
Oh, I just sit there and watch it because they were protected. There's nothing that the building could do about it. We had to let them eat their prey
they had
right in front
cameras
of
up
it.
there too.
And there was no access. There was no access out there, too. So whatever they left behind was there until they came and cleaned it up.
Yeah, exactly. Or the wind would blow the carcass off the building. And it'd land on some lady's head.
Right?
I know, but right in front of me. It was like, blah.
If it wasn't your office window, it would have been a tree 400 years ago. So, I mean, they're just doing what they do, and they just happen to do it in full view.
Easier
of you.
said than done. And when you're looking at the circle of life at 6 a.m. and just like eating something as you're trying to eat Cheerios.
It's the first time I really used the word entrails. Is it? How do you say it? It's like
Entrails?
the guts.
Yep.
Yeah. They're sticking out like big worms.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Intestines from a squirrel. Anyway, what else is going on? This is
Well,
gross.
I will say, Danielle, you're very lucky to not have to drive in. I got stuck behind a garbage truck for a solid
God, fuck
10
those
minutes
guys.
today.
What?
Don't say
say
that.
that.
No,
Sorry.
this
Don't
what?
say that.
What?
No, they keep
They're
our
the
city
best.
moving.
Yeah.
And also,
Strongest.
when it's, hey, never talk about sanitation workers like that on the show, ever.
Sorry.
That is not the opinion of the show. That is the opinion of Scotty B.
Yes.
Right.
Let me make that
Stop
very clear.
all the trash at Scotty B's house, please.
No, I appreciate trash guys, but just not these guys the other morning. They were not nice to me.
The
Probably
men
because
and
they
women
heard you
of-
talking shit.
The men and women of New York sanitation, they also keep the city moving when there's a snowstorm. I mean, let's be nice.
I will say
So
that
what-
was one of the wittiest exchanges I've ever had with a stranger when I was stuck behind. It was when we were in the old building, and I was stuck behind a garbage truck for 10 minutes. And so finally, I'm like, it's a one-way street in New York City. There's no way I can back down this entire block. I get out, I walk up to the guy, and I said, hey, I'm going to be late for work. Could you move the truck? I've got to be there in 20 minutes. And he goes, well, guess you're going to be late. And he just kept on about his day. And
see, they're witty, too.
yeah.
My guy said, "Why don't you just go up the fucking sidewalk?" And I didn't really want to do that because I thought it might collapse. Some of those sidewalks are hollow.
You know what?
Scotty.
If you're a true New Yorker, you always look down the street before you pull down the street. Always.
Always.
If you see a truck, then you can divert. You can go to the next street.
And the oil trucks too. They block the road.
Oh, the
Hey,
oil
how about
trucks
those
are
trucks
actually worse.
that the trucks that pull up in front of restaurants and suck the old oil out of the kitchens and it smells like crap?
Where do they put that?
Don't they
I don't
render it
know.
into something else?
People
don't they-
steal it.
Yeah.
People drive up and they steal that stuff too.
That's-
'Cause
Now, what do they
I
do
know,
with
but
it?
it's worth
don't
money.
they use that oil? Can't you put that in some cars? They can burn that
Yes.
oil.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
they do is they resell it, I guess. So good for them.
Good
More
for
you
them
know.
for stealing. Good for them.
And and my favorite is have you seen the flour delivery trucks? It's a big tanker truck, and they pull up to a bakery, and they put a giant hose up on the wall, and it pumps flour in from the truck into the bakery. It's really interesting.
Oh, really?
Never
Yeah.
knew
Didn't
that.
know
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
remember Grand Daisy Bakery used to be down by our old place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The truck would park there once a week, and a big tube that, like an oil delivery truck, but it was
Flour tube.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You're okay with that truck, though?
Well, they don't block the road because there's enough room
Okay.
to get by.
I would love to shoot people in the face with a flour gun.
Yes.
Just a thought.
That would kill me.
Oh, that's right.
Gluten.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just the
would be
sight
like
of it, right, Garrett? Forget it.
That would be attempted murder with Garrett.
Poor Garrett.
Well, how's that going, by the way?
It's still going.
Okay, just checking in.
It's a thing.
What else? What else is on our minds today? Okay, I guess that's it.
We've reached the end of the ride.
Tomorrow on the show, I do want to bring up a list. I want everyone to, as homework, come up with an answer tomorrow, one of each. Things that you love so much that if someone else doesn't like them, you hate that person.
Oh,
I have an answer right now.
If someone says they don't like Hugh Jackman, I don't like them because I love Hugh Jackman. And what was your answer, Gandhi?
My sister. Does that count, or does it have to be a thing?
No, if someone doesn't like your sister, then you hate them. No,
Game
that's
on.
a very powerful one.
Yeah.
Okay, game
Hell
on.
yeah.
Or Betty White. Remember Greg T hated Betty White?
Yeah.
Therefore, we
really
hated
weird.
Greg T.
And for no good reason either. He just hated her.
He also
she got
hated
more
a lot
attention.
of weird things. Like
Did you know this past
Burberry.
weekend?
Remember his hate for Burberry?
Yeah.
Past weekend, B. Arthur would have been 101.
Damn.
God love her.
The best joke ever told.
Did you see that Hallmark store now has a whole Golden Girls collection of things? They have like all
Oh my
kinds
God.
of different- every time I go by, I think of Nate.
You think of Nate, right?
Yeah, always.
What a great show, though.
Wait, what was the best joke ever told?
Go
It
for
was,
it, Elvis.
it was during a Comedy Central roast. They were roasting someone, and they said, "He's so ugly, I wouldn't. No wait, she's so ugly, I wouldn't fuck her with B. Arthur's dick." And B. Arthur was in the audience, and she's just like, stared at the camera.
Those are the best jokes at roasts. When you can get 2-3 people in the same punchline. Amazing.
Does it drive you nuts when you're like so kind of known for something that people every time they like Nate, every time somebody sees anything Golden Girls, Nate. And Danielle, anytime anyone sees anything Mayo, show this to Danielle. You know what I mean? Like, it's forever. And me, coupons and cereal. That's all every time.
You guys have done a good job with branding. You should be happy.
Woo!
Yeah.
You're very well branded.
Yeah.
I need to
Absolutely.
make
All
some
right.
no mayo T-shirts or something. A line of T-shirts.
Please,
get
no
out of
more
here.
American clothing, though. I do appreciate all the American clothing that people have sent to me and given to me on the street, but I do not need anything more American flag.
Garrett's a good American.
Thank you.
You're a good American. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for joining us on our 15-minute morning show podcast, however long it was. It's just a name.
13.
Well, 13 minutes.
13.
We'll take it.